Hey guys, welcome to TGS with me, Johnny. Today we're here up at Longthorne Guns and we have this to show you. A Longthorne Gunmaker's Hesketh Deluxe, one of their original 16 bores. So starting at the back, you have a hand checkered butt plate with a plugged hole with just a tool hole there so you can pop your stock off if you like. These Longthorns have a side lock but also a stock bolt, so they're double strength, which is kind of handy really. Where every stock is custom, they all look slightly different, but they all do have a bit of a dip of the neck, and this one has quite a low parallel comb, with their medium grade wood being a Hesketh Deluxe. Wood upgrades are available if you want, but the medium grade wood is actually really very, very nice. They come in a variety of oil finishes, but this is quite a satin oil finish. So this gun is one of the originals. This is nearly 10 years old and has been subjected to tests and time and use by the boss. It has hand checkering that's worn in quite nicely actually. It has worn in very nicely. It has a semi-pistol grip there, very, very open. You have quite a nice thick neck on them. Even though they've got really low action, one of the shallowest actions in the world, they don't drop it at the back of the action. And again, this is about strength, and they keep that parallel line out there through the drop, and it is nice. Although they can make smaller on their smaller gauges for smaller hands. This is a 16 bore. It is a bit smaller, but it's still substantial. It's a nice 16 bore. The heading up is done really well, and then you have a very small lip around the top there, and a very small lip around the bottom and the sides. This has improved in recent years, and having a look at some of the current production models and some of the brand new guns here today that are customers, it is now near as damn it perfect. This is clearly one of the test bed ones, and although they leave a small lip around the side lock there, that's about the only lip there will be on the whole gun woodwork wise. It is lovely. Single triggers, single selective triggers and double triggers are available. This one comes with a single non-selective trigger. It's the sort of more deep sporter type trigger. Very pretty. The side locks aren't a true 7-pin side lock, but instead have 1 screw pin and 3 push pins, and work very, very nicely actually. Very simple design, very well executed, and great materials means that these things don't wear. In fact, this one being one of the earlier ones, this top lever was set across thinking it would bed in like many other guns out there, but because the material quality and the engineering quality was so good, it's never moved across. They don't do that anymore. They now make them pretty much central because they realise they just don't wear in like other guns. This is because you have the 2 trunnions, 2 bites, and 2 little draw lugs on the side of the action. So if we show you, you have these cutouts here that receive these bits here, and they work. Let's just leave it at that. They do work, and the engineering quality is as such that they work. Engraving wise, you have a beautiful thick acanthus scroll, and it's all done by machine, even though actually it's some of the best machine engraving in the world. It really is beautiful. It takes a lot of looking to decipher that it is not machine, or it's not hand done. There's only a couple of telltale giveaways with certain straight lines that show no sign of cutting, but a lot of the shade lines do have that perfect cut, the angle, everything down. You have acanthus with a few roses in, and Longthorne put across the side on both locks. On the base plate, full acanthus scroll that goes up to the serial number in a banner on the trigger guard. It's a half size to half length trigger guard with 1 screw in the end. It's pretty. It is very, very pretty. And actually, feeling over it, the engraving is quite deep for machine engraving as well. It really is lovely. You're going to struggle to fault it, but that's what you'd expect. Given that this gun retails at £21,000, you want perfection, and they really do deliver it. Actually, they really do deliver it. That acanthus scroll actually continues over the breech here with Longthorne guns on the top there, with Longthorne made in Lancashire, England. They're no longer made in Lancashire. This was back when the factory was up there. These are proofed at 17mm bore with a 70mm chamber in 16 bore. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Serial number B003, one of the very original guns. The barrel tech is exciting, although I've said it before, I'll say it again, they are one single piece of steel that do not bend, do not dent easily at all. We were hitting this on a pallet pretty hard. In fact, I didn't hit it hard enough that Alex took it off me and whacked it on the pallet with zero effect. That's a statement. That's a bold statement. I really do like this. This gun for a 16 bore actually didn't kick at all. And 16 bores do have a horrible sort of reputation in the cheaper end for being really kicky, horrible beasts. This wasn't at all. In fact, it was really sweet to shoot. It is slightly on the heavier end for a 16 bore, I must admit, but I think that is by design, that this being one of the originals for the owner made it heavier for himself. You have here a Schnabel forend, which is quite nice. It's nicely refined, it's nicely thin, and does actually have a bit of depth to it. I'm sure you could go for a slightly shallower feel, but where the forend iron is quite substantial, they do have to have a certain amount of wood run throughout the belly there. For me, the Schnabel forend doesn't really do anything. The push button forend is nice, and the mechanicals, everything about this gun is just really nice and regulated, even after 10 years of use. Wish my gun felt quite like this. The forend style just doesn't do anything for me. I really like the semi-beaver tail on that gun there, and to be honest, that sort of rounded London American style, depending on which country you're in, who claims that style of forend, is preferable to me. In terms of shootability, the balance is really, really nice. We get over the hinge pin there. It's almost perfect. Almost perfect. Just a little bit rearward heavy, which actually makes it not awful at all. So I must admit, Sasha actually shot better than me with his first 4 shots with this gun than I did. I took it out of the bag, forgot that it was a 16 bore, and then thought it was a quality 16 bore, more to the point. Big K flies out, left to right looper. I go to move the gun to it, miss in front by about 15 feet, and then try and readjust, but actually make the same mistake, bang, bang, again. So he shot 3 out of 4, and I only shot 2 out of 4. I then went on to redeem myself with it, as you saw. But it really is lovely. It's such an easy-going gun, it really is. And the fact that it comes with a custom fitted stock and the full experience adds value. 3 years warranty, and it is an absolute beauty. To summarise on it, it's pretty much like every Longthorne gun from what I understand, is that it has all of the mechanical engineering that you could ever want as an engineer, with all the soul that you could want put into it as a gun maker or a gun lover. You pick it up and you feel connected to this thing. It is just a wonderful machine as well as a wonderful gun. It's got soul, it's got engineering quality, it's got everything you could want, but that doesn't just run in the Hesketh Deluxe. That goes all the way to the top and then all the way down to their base grade, the Sporters. All available with the custom fitted stocks. You know, actually, in a market where Parazzis and Krieghoffs and stuff are in a similar price bracket to an entry-level Longthorne with customization, I do know which one I'd go for. And the fact you drive it up the road to the maker and they'll sort you out if you ever have an issue, which from what I understand is really, really rarely. I was impressed. I must admit, I was really, really impressed. See if you can get a go on one. If you're thinking about a nice gun, I would scrap any ideas you got and perhaps actually invest some of your time looking at these, because they do compete, if not dominate, over some of our Italian and German brethren who are making guns in this league. And you're buying British, which is always good. Apart from the Turkish walnut and the intergalactic magic steel they use for the barrels, you will be supporting a British business from start to finish here, and these guys really are lovely. And from what I understand from some of their customers, really look after you at every turn. I mean, they certainly looked after us on our visit today, for which I thank them. I thank them for the opportunity to shoot this and not just give you guys just a look over. Take care. Goodbye. It's been absolutely brilliant. Until we're up north next time.